So I grew up in a pastor's home, but by the age of 13 years old, I had a private sin addiction to pornography, where I had gotten entangled with this thing and I couldn't break free from it. My mom began to pray for me, and as she did, the Lord began to speak to her about making a greater spiritual investment into my life. So she takes me to this little meeting in Hamilton, Alabama, with a lady named Karen Wheaton, who had just started working with young people, and God was doing something. We didn't know a whole lot about it. She takes me to this meeting, and as I'm there in worship, I begin to sense the presence of God, love of God, dealing with my heart. I'm resisting it, I'm battling, I'm going back and forth. I'm embarrassed. I don't want my mom to see too much of what's going on. But in a moment, someone grabs the microphone during worship. It says, there's someone here tonight, you're depressed, you're suicidal, you hate your parents. But if you're willing to come down to this altar, God wants to set you free. And in that moment, the love of God breaks in, a tangible experience with the love of God that sets me free. I feel in a moment not only tears running down my cheeks, I also feel the weight of sin and suicide and depression rolling off of my shoulders as God initiates a process in me of walking in total freedom. That night changed my life. It began a lifestyle of pursuit to where now, to this day, it's been 18 plus years since I've looked at one pornographic image, because he whom the Son sets free is free indeed.
For as long as I can remember, I struggled intensely with fear and intimidation. I was scared of what people thought of me. I wanted them to like me. I wanted people to accept me. I wanted to fit in. Through middle school and high school, I just struggled with this fear. But when I was 15 years old, God encountered me at a winter ramp. And He awakened me to the more of God. There was so much more to His love and so much more to what He thought of me, that He loved me. And after that moment, I knew I had to come to Alabama and go to the Ramp School of Ministry. So when I graduated high school, I was like, God, whatever it looks like, whatever it sounds like, even if I'm terrified and I don't know what I'm doing, I say yes. And every time I said yes, bit by bit, those fears and those intimidations started to fall off of my life. And by the end of my first year, I felt so free from fear, so full of joy and peace. There was a moment where God encountered me with His love, and He showed me that I'm His child, I'm His daughter, and all that fear completely broke off of my life, and I have never been the same.
I was sitting there watching kids get baptized over and over again, and just kids going in the water getting set free. And I'm in the water just staring at it, everything goes silent. And I just feel this tug from the Lord just to go get baptized. So I tell my parents, hey, I need to go get baptized. So I run down the hill, probably cut some people in line, and I get to the front of the line, down the steps and into the water. And Miss Karen's looking at me with this big smile, and everything goes silent again, and I just hear her say, it's over. And I get baptized and come up, and when I come up, this weight just lifts off of me, and depression, anxiety that I've had for about 18 years of life at that point just lifted off of me, and I was made new and brand new in these waters.